Both in sport and in other areas of life, goal setting is essential if we want to reach our aims and targets. Within sport, there are two reasons why we set goals. We set goals to increase our motivation levels so that we don't give up, and we set goals to monitor our progress as we look to reach our target. If you ever get an exam question asking about the reasons we set goals, always remember it's to increase motivation and to monitor progress. When setting goals, we use the acronym of SMART. This means that the goals we set must be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. If a goal or a target isn't SMART, then we are much less likely to achieve it. Sporting goals can't be vague, they must be specific. For example, a cricket batsman may state that they want to improve their batting average. However, this isn't specific as we're not putting a number of runs on his average here. If he was to state that he wanted to score an average of 30 runs per match, this then makes that target specific and it's much more likely to be achieved. Goals must also be measurable. If you can't measure your goal, then you will lose motivation when trying to achieve it. For example, a sprinter who states that they want to improve their speed has no way of measuring this. However, if they were to say that they want to improve their 200-meter time by 0.5 seconds, then this is a measurable target which is going to give them motivation to achieve it. If a target isn't achievable and realistic, then it's hard to maintain motivation when trying to achieve it. For example, a person who has recently taken up running should not set themselves a target of winning a race, as they're not going to be able to achieve this at their current standard. If instead they were to make a realistic target of setting themselves a goal of completing a 10-kilometer run in under an hour, this would be much more realistic and therefore achievable. Finally, goals should also be time-bound. This means that they should have an endpoint, and this will enable a performer to monitor their progress, which should keep motivation high. For example, an academy footballer may say that they have the aim of making a first-team appearance by the end of the season. As this goal is time-bound, because we mentioned the end of the season, they therefore know when exactly the goal has been achieved. So goals must always be SMART. The examples shown here show the difference between a vague goal and a SMART goal for the sport of golf. The vague goal, which doesn't follow the SMART principle, says, I want to improve my handicap. This isn't measurable, it's not specific at all, and there's no time limit, it's not time bound. The SMART target is I want to improve my handicap from 22 to 18 within the next 3 months. This is specific and measurable because they want to improve their handicap by exactly 4 shots. It's achievable and realistic because it's a 4-shot improvement rather than a 10-shot improvement, which might not be possible in that time frame. And it's time bound within 3 months. So the performer, the golfer, will know when they've achieved this goal. This will help because it's a SMART target. This will mean that the golfer will stay motivated and they can monitor their progress.